Guten Tag. I haven't done a video in a while, and I'm working on one about the question, are you born a goth? And I'm going to be using a lot of scientific research for that video, but it's still not out yet. I've been working on it for a couple weeks. Unless you're someone watching from the future, hello, future people, then in that case it's already out, but as of now it's not. So I thought I'd give you guys an altar tour. If you watch my house video tour, you may realize this is awfully new. And if you listen to the podcast, you'll know a bit about that as well. This is not going to be a video about kind of what I believe and that sort of thing. I talked a bit about that on the podcast. Maybe that will end up being a separate video. But there's a lot of these altar tours out there. I thought it would be kind of fun to make one myself. So this is our current home art altar. It's a family altar. I guess we'll start on the left side and work our way around. If we start on the far left side, you can see a Bridget's cross up there, because this is kind of leaked out into the rest of the house. We've got some more of those on the door frames. I also have this. I just put this up here to collect random things we find in nature that we can use for rituals and spell work and that kind of thing. So this is something I just did the other day. First attempt. We're trying to do more kind of DIY, build your own stuff, finding things in nature and putting things like that together, kind of like the Bridget's cross. And so that was on a lazy Saturday. I put that together. This is a really beautiful piece that I got from Etsy, and I was really drawn to it because it has the Tree of Life, the Celtic Tree of Life on there. A lot of the stuff on our altar is Celtic themed. This is kind of like a take on the Celtic knot there. The Tree of Life, I guess, most saliently representing balance in nature. Kind of as above, so below, and as we're getting into Ostara now, finding a balance in yourself and in nature and that kind of thing is more salient. But also there's a lot of Celtic themed items on our altar because my wife is Irish, and we felt drawn to that kind of those deities and that lineage, that kind of mythos, as it were. So this is a cool Wheel of the Year. It's got the different Sabbats on there. It also has the astrological signs if you're into that kind of thing. I'm not personally, but it makes a nice sort of calendar, and I think it's a really beautiful piece. So over here, this is actually, we had some flowers here. This is we planting some sage during our Ostara ritual. So that's going to be growing. Hopefully we can start growing some more herbs as well. This is our Book of Shadows, which, I'm not going to show you the inside of it, but it's got all the information. I'm still working on it, but it's got all of our information, the information we need for rituals and that kind of thing. Spirit candle here. We've got some green kind of, I forget what these type of candles are called, but we've got green candles now for Ostara. This is our God candle, which is Edgar Allan Poe, of course. It's a prayer candle and representing the male deity. And we have I've got a little token down there as well for the symbol of the horned god. This is a protection oil that we made during our new moon ritual. And we put this together, something to put on in the morning. And I'm really I've got another empty bottle over here. I've got some more down here. I really want to get into more kind of spell bottles and oils and tinctures and that kind of thing. I'm really into that right now. This is a candle we used actually for a protection spell as well. So in the back here is our water, because our altar is themed around the four elements. Pretty basic kind of thing. And the water is really our focus for daily ritual. It gets emptied at night, refilled in the morning, and during each of those processes, we take some time to essentially meditate. We've got some words that we say, which I don't need to share, and we take some time to think about our intention for the day, what we'd like for our best self, what we'd like to work on at night, kind of reflecting on what we did that day and that kind of thing. So it serves as like a quick 1 or 2 minute meditative process we do during the day, which I think is really helpful for both being drawn, feeling connected with the altar, and just for self-reflection and kind of therapy. Down here we have some runes that are related to, runes that are important to us. And this was actually something we got from something I bought on Etsy, and I really liked it. It was a nice something we're focused on is loving each other and loving ourselves. Actually, there's some runes up here, some rune necklaces up here. Oh, 2 of them are missing. My wife probably has them. But usually I hang those up here, and we wear them during ritual or other things. This is my wand. Sarah has a wand as well. It's just not consecrated yet, so we have it somewhere else. I've got a cauldron here and some sage in there. This one's just in there because I was using it. This is my favorite, though. This is white sage with dragon's blood. And I love the way this one smells. Sometimes I'll just hold it and feel the texture and smell it. I've got some more I just bought as well. But I really, really love that one. And then the cauldron, of course, we use for incense, burning incense, burning herbs, other kind of ritual things. Over here is the goddess candle, which is Susie, again, because goth. Really beautiful prayer candle. And then down here we have a representation of the mother, the lady, rather, with the 3 moon symbol back there, the maiden, mother, and crone. A lot of the altar, I think, here's some more, the Celtic symbols. I'm really drawn to the goddess, so that I try to incorporate those elements, whether it's through more feminine herbs or representations of elements, like the earth over here and that kind of thing, but also in ritual and that kind of thing. I'm really drawn to that. This is just another candle I had on here because I like burning candles. Over here is our blessed salts, sea salts. This is a salt lamp back here, and then over here is our incense burner to represent air. Salts, of course, representing earth. And this is a really nice holder. It was I got it for only like $5, I believe, but really beautiful boat incense holder with the beautiful Celtic imagery. I have never had one of these types of holders before. We just recently got a cone holder, a little metal one, which is upstairs. But I really like this because with the cheaper wood holders, after you burn 1 stick of incense, you basically have to empty it. Otherwise, it was getting everywhere. Whereas with this, it's got a lip on the inside. And so you can burn lots and lots of incense before you really need to clean that out. And that's basically the altar. I guess I can show you down here really quick. I don't know how well you may or may not be able to see in here. But if I move these candles and pick this up a bit. Ooh, that is very dark. Excuse me. This is where I'm keeping all our supplies. I've got some books down here that actually Skullgirdle, well, I bought this one, but Skullgirdle sent me these. I've already read through one of them. I'm not sure if it's in here or if I have it upstairs. But these have been really useful for helping me create some spells. Oh, I missed one thing. Oh, this got moved. I think we had to move this stuff because parents came over. But this is our wish box. We added this during our new moon ritual for manifestation spells. And there's we have this on top for protection and for intent and charging, manifesting what we'd like. I got this at Gypsy Haven, which is in Elgin, the nearest metaphysical shop, which is still like 30 minutes away, unfortunately. But it was just a couple bucks, and it's got the beautiful moon symbolism on there. So yeah, I've got a lot of herbs. And again, I bought these to start, but we're going to be collecting our own and, filling them up at the metaphysical shop as we need to. A little representation of the pentacle, which stands for the four elements and spirit. Although as someone who doesn't believe in, my wife does, but as someone myself who doesn't believe in spirit, the top point for me stands for personhood and humanity. We have some more sage down here and some dragon's blood oil for candle work. What else I've got? This is actually a protection spell we haven't done yet. Down here I have some incense elements that we can use. Frankincense, sandalwood, a bunch of things. And we've got all our stick incense over here, if you can see it. A couple bottles for things I'd like to do. We have this is a wand that was sent in a kit as well. Really beautiful wand, but I like using the one that I found. Some backup candles, a skull for spooky factor. We've got these for like baths, for ritual baths, and we're going to fill them with like for spell bags and mojo bags, that kind of thing. I've got some extra tea candles. Oh, these are fun. I got a couple of these beauties. If it'll focus. Haven't used those for anything yet, but I like them. Some candle holders. These were really nice candles. This is I believe this bottom one is dragon's blood, and I don't remember what this one is, but they smell incredible. Got those at Gypsy Haven as well. And some other things. This is the bowl we use to mix the water and salt when we are casting a circle. Oh, and of course the mortar and pestle, which is really, I love this thing. Really beautiful. I love the way it feels and the shape of it, and I just love using that. I think there's a few more candles in here. And that's about it. There's some yarn and stuff. We're still building on it. Again, I got charcoal. That's most of the important stuff. Again, this is something we're fairly new, but has been really useful for the family. Again, if you want to know more about why this is a thing for us and what it means, listen to the Material Goth episode of the podcast from this month. I talk about it at the end of the episode for the sinister suggestion, sort of our journey through to basically this here. So I'm sure it won't stay like this, and that's all going to evolve over time. But yeah, I wanted to make a video for you guys, and I know people love altar tour videos. So that's it. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, one last thing. I've got from Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs, quick cheat sheet of magical different, if we're going to be making oils, or just like if we're doing making protection jugs, or whatever kind of thing we want to make. We've got a quick reference here for different types of herbs that will fit into that, because this is I tried to make my Book of Shadows as easy to reference as possible, but I find myself like flipping through stuff really quickly to try and find what I'm looking for. So that's that. Thanks for hanging out, and until next time, stay dark.